Democracy, democracy, democracy. What's this democracy? According to me, democracy is whereby the people have the consent of taking part in the leadership of the country, whereby they are involved in everything that happens in the country. But now, is that the same case in East Africa? Venture with me in this video as we're going to dig into how democracy is being undermined in East Africa. First and foremost, let's begin with our country, that's Kenya. Kenya has a written constitution which was amended in 2010. Yes, 2010. The first chapter of the constitution being sovereignty of the people and supremacy of the constitution, whereby the same chapter provides with Article 1, which talks about the sovereign powers that the people get, which include free and fair representation into the government, which is indirectly by electing the MCS, the MPs, and the governors, so that they may bring their pleas to the national government. But is that what they are doing? That's not the case now. They are using their power whereby they are known as the aristocrats. They are using their aristocratic power to benefit themselves. Forget about that one. Let's go into Article 10, which brings in to free press and maybe a free press, which talks about the articulation of whatever you are feeling should be done right to the government. But is that the case? The same government suppresses the same people who should be giving about their opinion on how they should be governed. Yeah, we saw this in last year, whereby there was some bills that were being amended talking about the cyber security, where it was being brought into as a crime. So you see, in this generation, this is a generation of internet. This is a generation whereby everything is done online. People are busy working, so the only place they have maybe to bring in their issues is through the internet. But what was the government doing? Is bringing in a cybercrime bill so that they may suppress people who are expressing what they feel, or bringing out what will happen into the government. Let's go into Article 38. Article 38 also bring out about how somebody should bring in their thoughts through free press or referendums. But nowadays the bills are just being amended by the legislatures themselves. Let's now go into the bigger chapter. That's chapter 4 of the Constitution, talking about the Bill of Rights. Yeah, the Bill of Rights. Which are some of the rights that a person has? The first right being free press, whereby someone should be allowed to express himself freely without being stopped, as long as he's doing it in the rightful manner. So with all these things, is the government following the constitution? Then why are we using this written constitution and yet it's of no value? The people who brought in the same constitution, them themselves use an unwritten constitution, which is led through moral upright people. They are following it, but we who have a written constitution are doing nothing with it. Let's forget about Kenya. Let's go into Uganda. Uganda have had elections the other day, but in the election there were chaos. The era before elections, we had politicians whereby those who were campaigning were even stopped by the police, and the army also came in with a lot of brutality. Is that what democracy calls for? That's not the case. Even the judiciary is being held by the government. So how are you gonna help people if the same judiciary is also used by aristocrats in the same government? We are not helping ourselves. The other year, Tanzania also held the elections, but it was the same case. The commissions responsible for the elections are also government oriented. The people in the government are the same people who run the same cases. So is this democracy at all? In these East African countries, we have one thing in common. the aristocrats in power uses their power to suppress others, whereby they know the system. So they use the system to benefit themselves. But now we have a younger generation which will work harder in making sure that this does not continue to happen. If you're watching us for the first time, hit the subscription button, and whenever we'll be producing a video, you'll automatically be getting notifications.